Well, we like driving around in the Bonneville Salt Flats. Let's see how they taste.
Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie.
Today we're tasting an interesting sample that was sent to us from, is it the Gem State? Is that Utah? Are they the Gem State?
You are asking the wrong person for that.
Well,
yeah.
it was sent to us from Utah. And this is Salt Flats Spirits Bonneville Bourbon. And you probably haven't heard of it yet, but you might hear about it soon. It was the top-rated bourbon in 2023 by the USA Spirits ratings score, and it was done by Beverage Trade Network. They scored a 95 out of 100. So there were other spirits above it, but as far as bourbons go, this one scored a 95, and that was the highest score. We don't know much about it other than that's a great score for a bottle that sells in the neighborhood of $30 or less.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
This is a 92 proof bourbon. It's available just in Utah and Nevada at the moment. We don't know anything about the age or the mash bill. The mash bill, corn and rye. That's all we really know about it. So we're going to go into this thing kind of blind, but expecting a lot. You're not going to get a 95 unless it's pretty good, right?
Exactly. $30, so I'm already pumped. That's it.
Okay.
No.
Fantastic.
I had other notes, but I don't remember what I was going to say.
I think that $30 is the premier note. If you know Julie, you know she's a bargain hunter. She is thrifty as all get out, and she's excited about this whiskey right here. If it's as good as it's made out to be, potentially this is going to be worth going to Utah for, because it's not just this year's spirits competition. In 2022, they won a silver in the Denver International Spirits Competition, and in 2020, they won a gold at the Denver International Spirits
Bonneville
Competition.
Spirits?
This one right here.
Wow.
So
Good for them.
I think so too. 3 straight years of big awards, and we don't put all that much stock in these things, but when they start winning continually, you have to think there's something to it. So let's see what Utah has in store for us.
I kind of think this was a scotch.
It smells like apple cider. Interesting.
What do we know about it? There's corn in there.
Corn and rye is what it says on the website.
And the proof point is 92. That's what I was going to say. And then, yeah, proof point 92. Wow, it
Smells like a single malt for sure.
doesn't smell like a bourbon to me.
Yeah, some honey, some vanilla, maybe some apple.
Yeah.
Let's have a sip. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh. Well, it doesn't taste the way that it smells.
Kind of.
So this won the bourbon category?
It was the top scoring bourbon.
I wonder if innovation takes a high, because to me it doesn't super taste like a bourbon.
No, I would agree with that completely.
There's some like peppermint notes in there that I'm getting on the finish.
Yeah. This hits me more like an American single malt than anything else. It's kind of a bizarre whiskey. I'm going to have another sip here because while we're sitting here, I'm just like waiting for something to happen, I feel like. I think you're right that there's mint in there. There's very little traditional bourbon flavor. Whether that's a problem or not, I don't know. But
yeah,
it's minty, it's a little bit of honey. It's really sort of nondescript. It's not punching me in the palate with flavor. That's a thing people say, right?
Yeah. I do think it's fairly flavorful.
Okay.
Just not with what you're expecting.
It's truly unexpected, and I think that may be why it's done so well in the spirits competition.
Yeah.
Is that it's just kind of odd. It's just good. It is good.
Yeah.
But
it almost feels like it wasn't never in a bourbon barrel. Like the color's not there. Like, the barrel flavors aren't there. The bourbon flavors aren't there. It's really quite interesting.
If you told me that you had a whiskey for me to try and you handed me this, there's no way I would think this is a bourbon. Not in a million years.
No, I'm almost like, you said something about honey and I'm like, it kind of almost drinks like a mead.
Yes, a little bit. Absolutely. Everything is very... Perfect timing. Everything, that'll be the most unexpected thing to happen in this video, right behind this not tasting like bourbon like we expected. Everything is a little subdued. The honey, the vanilla, all these flavors are kind of subdued. All right, Kat.
Come on, let's try that again.
Everything's a little subdued. Reminds me of a really lightweight, 86 or 92 proof Scotch, something like that. It reminds me of an American single malt in some ways. This is just such a weird thing. Like, I expected big flavors. You expect when something's the top scoring item that it's going to be really, really powerful.
Yeah.
It's not that at all. It's super laid back, super easy going. And I mean, it is a $30 bottle.
Right.
So for that, maybe we think about it from that perspective.
I do really like it. I think I'm distracted by the fact that it's a bourbon.
I think that there's a lot to like here. It's just the category it's got me tripping. It's good.
It totally drinks like a single malt.
Yeah.
It totally does. There's even a little bit of, it's not really smokiness, but just some, like, maybe it's a little char or whatever at the end.
It does coat quite nicely. And now it's in my head that it's a $30 bottle.
Right.
And I'm thinking, like, what does it do great that other $30 bottles might not do?
Right.
It coats great. The finish is lingering, and I'm getting a lot more vanilla and honey showing up here on the tail end of the palate. I like that. I like everything about it.
Yeah.
It's just so unexpected.
I do really like the flavors in here. I think they pair really well. The honey, the vanilla, some of that smoky char you're getting. I like it. For $30, there is a nice little warmth. It's only 92 proof, but it almost drinks a little bit warmer, but not hot by any means. Like, you're not distracted by the heat. I do think it's pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was going to tie into the next question that I was going to ask you is this a bottle you're going to pick up?
So this is what I'm going to say about this. I don't have anything on the shelf that tastes like this. There's a lot on the shelf that tastes similar to each other.
Yeah.
So for $30, if I'm looking for something different, something delicious, I mean, it almost tastes cool.
Yeah.
I think this is worth a shot.
For me, this is I'm happy to try it. I'm pleasantly surprised at how strange it is and how different it is from what I expected. Probably wouldn't seek this one out myself, but for $30, it's worth a flyer if you're interested in the flavors that we've been talking about. And yeah, vanilla, apple, honey, little spice, little oak. There's nothing offensive here. I think it would be very hard to find something to really complain about with this bottle.
Yeah.
I think that's my takeaway is if it was at a bar or if somebody handed me a sample, I'd be quite happy with it, but I probably wouldn't seek out a bottle myself.
So there you have it. I think depending on the day, I might pick this one up. There's just enough interesting flavors to pique my interest.
Yeah, and for me, it's a pass, I think, but let us know if you've tried this one. Let us know if this is one that you would buy again and again, if it's gold medal worthy for you and from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers.